Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The language of the awliya is very rich, and some people, that's why they're saying, you mentioned that a sohbat has 7 levels at least of understanding. Some people take the words literally, and sometimes it's metaphorical, and vice versa.
Yes.
How do the murids who are listening, they take everything literally sometimes and say, he said this, so it applies to me, and I'm in trouble. And so how can we guide, or how can you explain to them more about when to take it literally and when to take it metaphorically?
When you read the Quran, you know you cannot take the Quran literally, right? We already know this, unless you're Wahhabi, Salafi, whatever, right? We don't take it. So whose, not interpretation of the Quran, but whose understanding of the Quran must you take? Not your own understanding, someone else's understanding, right? Whose is it? First, it has to be the Holy Prophet, ﷺ. Then it has to be the understanding of the Prophet through the companions, and understanding of all of that through the saints, through the scholars. We cannot now just take it literally from there. To say that now Allah is saying that, so I'm going to do it like that, then we are going against the words of Allah. We're following our ego, and we're saying we're not following anyone else. I'm better than anyone else. Millions of scholars and saints, I'm better than them, because I'm going to take directly from the source. So which means that as part of Ahl Sunnah is, then you're going to follow the traditions. Those ones who are going to take it, those ones who are going to digest it, give it to you what is best for you, for this time. So, in pretty much the same way, the words of the Shaykh, they're like that. If you want to take it literally just from that, the sohbats, yes, it is for every time. But the sohbat is also addressing specific things. Yes? It is like the Quran, yes? Because the Quran is before time, is pre-eternal and post-eternal. But every ayat in the Quran, there is a specific occasion and reason why it came down, no? In the lifetime of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So now, the Sahaba Kiram, no one can say they misunderstood the Quran. No one can say that, right? They don't make their own interpretations of the Quran. They don't misunderstand the Quran. Why is that? Because they're always with the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And they know when, for what reason it's coming down. And it means more than that according to the level of the Sahabis. It is the primordial book. It is a book that is without time or space. It's the words of Allah. But the Sahabis know now, this ayat is coming addressing this situation, but it means more than that. And there are people who are going to explain what it means when it means more than that. Okay. People who are taking the Shaykh's words literally. Shaykh's words are also having meaning in that time, in that space. How are you going to know that? If you have that sohbat, that closeness with the Shaykh. Closeness, I don't mean someone who's just imagining themselves to be close, and no, there is a specific protocol to that as well. There is a specific protocol to that. So you're going to spend time like this or like that. Traveling, not traveling. Staying in sohbat, not in sohbat. You understand now more and more how the Shaykh is thinking, what he's working with. Then that time when he gives, you understand he's talking about this and this and this. There's more. So you need to be close to him. You cannot just understand like that. Then you need to talk. You need to ask. You need to consult. That is also sohbat. And difficult to come to him directly. There are others that are around. Where the egoistic person is going to say, no, there's no one else. It's only me and my Shaykh. Later he's going to say, no, there's no one else. It's only me and Allah. So, there is also a protocol in every dargah. There's a protocol here. Even if there is something, a knowledge that Shaykh Effendi had given me, but if it is not proper for me to tell to everyone, I will not, because it doesn't concern everyone else. There's a knowledge that He gives to you about a particular situation. You are not going to say this knowledge is for all times, all people, all situations. No. But when you are stubborn and when you're arrogant, then you're going to make your own interpretation. Then you're going to say, it's like that. It doesn't apply like that. Then we can take anything that Shaykh Effendi has done to suit ourselves with anything. And there are people who have been trying to do that since his past. Doing this sunnat, and I say, why are you doing? Oh, because you like that sunnat. Because you don't understand it, but you like it because it's easier, like this is this. So, and this is the problem. We think we have a right to interpret the Shaykh's words. We don't. We don't. Then, did any of the Sahabis say we have a right to interpret the Quran or Islam in any way we want when there is Hazrat Abu Bakr there, or Hazrat Umar, or all the other ones? No. There is the one who speaks for him. Then that one will try to explain to you what is necessary in that time, in that space. It may not be everything, but what is necessary. That one has to be responsible. He's not going to give you everything just because he knows something too. He's going to see, is it really necessary? What are they going to do with it? Yeah. So, person who doesn't want to listen to anyone, then he's not going to listen to anyone's understanding of that. He's only going to listen to himself. Those who don't have any problems with listening to people, then he's going to say, oh, this one thinks like this one thinks like this one thinks like this, and he's going to use his own intelligence. Then there are people who are stuck somewhere, and if they are stuck somewhere and they refuse to get themselves unstuck, we are not going to be forcing them. And so you are stuck there. Okay, be stuck there in that understanding. Don't disturb other people. Do your own thing. But others, they need to move ahead. Others, they need to move ahead. Others need to do this. Then you train those who want more understanding, that it is for them. Yeah, so we cannot say, none of us can say we're speaking for the Prophet. It's ridiculous. So we cannot say now, every one of us saying that we're speaking for our Shaykh. You understand? There is a danger there. We may say this is what I understand from it. There may be other understandings. But this is what I take. That's okay if someone asks. If someone doesn't ask and you just try to say, you have no permission now. Then very easily you're going to make deviation. Very easily. Understand? Inshallah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.